The 4-4-2 YouTube, I'm going to run through some pros and cons of this formation and then bring you the best set of 4-4-2 custom tactics that I think you should be using. But before we get into that, smash that like button for me, drop a comment down below, and if you can please hit that subscribe button to my channel. I don't say it enough, but most people watching my videos aren't even subscribed to my channel. So let's change that. Hit that subscribe button to my channel and let's get rocking and rolling. So without any further ado, let's get into the pros and the cons and the custom tactic. For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy your FC25 coins, please go and check out mmoexp.com. Remember to use the code WOLF at the checkout for now a massive 8% off your order. Link is down below. Go check them out now. Now the pros of using the 4-4-2, I'm going to run through 3 main pros, which are the good things, and then 3 main cons, which are the bad things with the 4-4-2, because a 4-4-2 is a very basic formation in terms of how the players are set out, and that is one of the good things. You have players everywhere. So the main #1 pro that I like about the 4-4-2 is that it is well balanced. Yes, well balanced. Pro #2 is the fact that you do get 2 strikers. So any formation in FC25 or just FIFA in general that does give you the opportunity to get 2 strikers in there, I think is a massive plus point. I think it really helps with your build up and your attacking prowess. And then pro #3, which I think is a nice and easy one to think about with the 4-4-2, is it is very easy to attack with, so you will score a lot of goals. So easy goals, easy to score goals, and just in general easy to attack with. So they're the 3 main pros. As we then move into the 3 main cons, and there are a few to use with the 4-4-2 in terms of what I think is not wrong, but what makes it a little bit harder to use the 4-4-2 in FC25. The main con for me is that we don't have a cam. Yes, so there is no cam. So we do have 2 strikers, which is a pro, but at the same time is a con, which is why I love, for example, a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, a certain variant of the 4-2-2-2 with the cam behind the 2 strikers. Not having a cam is a little bit problematic in my opinion with the 4-4-2. Con #2, and this could easily be con #1, but I just put it in my preference personally, is that we don't have any CDMs. So yes, we do have flat central midfielders across the pitch, which is a good thing. I like that. But when we are defending against the dreaded 4-2-1-3 or even the 4-4-1-1, any formations really that has that cam in them central areas, you will struggle if you aren't fully switched on. If you're fully locked into the game and you are defending well, you won't have too many issues with it. But if you are playing FIFA a little bit in terms of, you're just playing a game, you're not really thinking about it, you're just playing, you will get issues caused with that. And then con #3, which again kind of like ties into concentration levels, is that it's not the easiest to defend with. So it is hard to defend in the 4-4-2 rather than per se like a 4-2-3-1, a 4-2-1-3. Formations in general that have CDMs are easier to defend in than formations that have central midfielders in. But they're the pros and the cons of the 4-4-2. Let me now show you the custom tactic that I am using and what I think is the best thing to use in the 4-4-2, because that is why you are here. You want to see the best custom tactics to use in the 4-4-2, and that is absolutely fine. Now, the tactical preset, of course, is going to be on custom. I don't know why you would want to use anything else other than custom on that tactical preset. The formation, of course, is the 4-4-2 flat, so the 4-4-2 with the 2 central midfielders. I have tried out a lot actually recently the 4-4-2 with the CDMs, and I like it, so I'm definitely going to bring out a custom tactics for you. It's taken me a long time to really perfect that 4-4-2 with the 2 CDMs, but I feel like I'm slowly but surely getting there now, so that will be out over in the next few days for you. But this one is the bread and butter 4-4-2 with the central midfielders. Now, as we move on into the build-up style, there are 1, 2 or 3 options that you can use, and all 3 of them, honestly, I'm going to say it to you now, all 3 of them are good. So it really is just down to your personal preference which one you would prefer to choose. Now, I use counter, and counter is basically like a fast build-up on previous years, but not as aggressive as fast build-up on previous years. So our players will make a lot of penetrating runs in behind and will make a lot of forward runs quickly. I like that. That is just my personal preference. I like to be aggressive in my attack, be very fast, be very direct. But, and there is a but, like I've said a lot in my recent videos, if you are someone that does prefer the slow, methodical build-up play. Not even slow, but does just prefer a little bit more of a patient build-up. I really like this now, and that is short passing on the build-up style. I'm telling you now, the more and more, and I said this in my video yesterday, the more and more that I am using short passing, the more, like, in terms of to experiment with it to make sure it works with the formation before I bring the video out. I like it. Like, I really like it, and it is very close to actually being my bread and butter one to use. Like, I'm telling you now, it is very close. But for me, I much prefer counter. Balanced as well is good. It's kind of like that hybrid in between the counter and the short build-up. So if you kind of want to go for an in-between, you want that little bit of a hybrid, that is absolutely fine. But for me, I'm using counter. Now, with the defensive approach, again, this is kind of down just to your personal preference, YouTube. You can use whatever you like here, but the one I use, and the one that I am adamant is the best, is 70 line height, which is high on the defensive approach. Aggressive is fine on 95, even though they have patched it a little bit. Balanced is just fine as well if you just want like a very basic generic defensive line. But I think personally high with 70 line height is the best, but all three of them options, YouTube, are good. You will not go wrong with any of them options, believe you me. Now, as we move on into the player roles, you can probably guess what both my strikers are on. But there is a little bit of a twist. I play with my left-sided striker on advance forward and support. Yes, advance forward and support on the left-sided striker, but then advance forward and attack on the right-sided striker. It makes no difference, YouTube, if you want to flip that around. I just, basically, by the way, before I say if you want to flip that around, that's fine. Advanced forward support means that they drop a little bit deeper than the advanced forward attack. So they kind of like play not as a number 10, but kind of like a 10.5. They're a little bit more forward than a number 10, but they are not as high as an advanced forward attack. So it's really nice when you are playing with two striker formations to maybe go with one on advanced forward support and then have the other, the one that is quicker, preferably on advanced forward and attack. Now, you probably can already guess what the left midfielder and the right midfielder are on in my 4-4-2 custom tactics, because they are on exactly the same in near enough every custom tactics that I bring you, and that is inside forward and balance. Yes, inside forward and balance, your absolute bread and butter on the left midfielder and the right midfielder. This is where, though, you can use a little bit of your own initiative on the central midfielders. I run double box to box. I really like that. Double box to box. They do everything. They get forward and help out in the defense. But like I said, if you are really struggling to defend in the 4-4-2, maybe play both of them on holdings. Give that a go, see if you like it, or play one of them on holdings, see if you like it, so they sit a little bit deeper. But I really like the double box to box. Have done for a long while now. Both the left back and the right back, though, because of course, the 4-2-1-3 meta, do need to be on fullback and defend. Of course, if we have an overlapping wing back, we will get caught out on the counter attack with the 4-2-1-3 that our opponent will more than likely be running. So the more defensive support we can get in the 4-4-2, the easier it is to play. Both centre backs are just on defender and defend, and then the goalkeeper for me is on sweeper, keeper and balance. And you see with the ball there, kind of like plays as like a 4-2-2, but not. The left midder and the right midder tuck in for nice finesse shots and travellas, which I really like. The central midfielders are really, they're all action. They go forward and help out defensively. We then have the flat back four, which is needed, like I said, because of the 4-2-1-3 meta. And there you will see the code, YouTube, right on your screen right there, and that is going to be the end of the video. Remember what I said, smash that like button for me, drop a comment down below, and please, like I said at the start of the video, hit that subscribe button to my channel. Most people watching this won't be subbed to my channel. Hit that subscribe button, it helps me out a lot, and then you will get a note, well, not even a note, but you will get, every time you go on YouTube on the homepage, you will see when I have dropped a new video. But yeah, thank you for watching. Remember, YouTube, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.